This is a tutorial on using all the different features of Quizlet. So we already created our own vocabulary set. We entered our definitions and our terms already. So now I want to show you some of these different features. The first feature we have is learn, and this is where it takes students through the definitions, and they have to match it with the correct term. And it'll even read it
cheerful, Mary,
for the students, and then it'll keep track of what round it is and the progress that they've made, if they've mastered it, if it's still familiar, if they've seen it, or if it's still new. So the next feature is flashcards, and that's your traditional flashcards that students can just look at the definition and the word so that they can practice before they're ready to take the quiz. And again, it'll also read it
upset
to them.
or nervous, flustered.
Okay. You can also shuffle them so that they aren't in the same order every single time. The next feature is the right feature. So it'll give you the definition and they have to type in the answer. So here, to become red in the face due to embarrassment, I know that is blush. Okay, and then if you click the answer, it'll tell you if you got correct or if it was incorrect. It can also read it.
To become red in the face due to embarrassment.
It'll read it for you.
Blush.
And then press any key to continue. Now, if I didn't know what the right answer was, I could click don't know, and then it will tell me, and I can have it read it to me. It'll tell me the correct answer, and then I must copy it in to be able to move on. So I thought that was really nice. It also keeps track of how many you have remaining, how many you got incorrect, and how many you got correct. So that's really useful. The next feature we have is spell. So it says it's simple, type what you hear.
Flustered.
So I have to type in that I heard flustered, and then I can know that this is the definition down here, upset or nervous. And I press enter, and then it tells me if I got it correct, and then on my progress. So again, bashful.
Blush.
So this really helps with spelling the words. The next feature is the test feature. So it's just like a normal test. It has writing in the word, you have to match, true and false, okay, and then you can always check your answers. So that's for when, towards the end of the week when they've gotten some more practice, that they can test it in a little bit of a different way. Matching, it says make everything disappear. You're going to drag the corresponding items onto each other to make them disappear. So this would be really fun to do on an iPad or a tablet because it's very easy to move them around. So I'm looking for, happy and cheerful, match it with Mary, and then they disappear. So if, they're more confident on some of them than others, they can get those out of the way and then try to finish up. So let's see what happens when I click it to the wrong one. Notice that it just kind of separates them again. So they're not waiting till the end. It's automatic reaction to what's going to happen. And you also see that it's keeping time, so the kids can have a lot of fun trying to beat the clock every single time, and it really helps them get those vocabulary words down. Last one I'm going to show you is gravity. Now gravity's another fun game to get the kids excited about practicing. So they have to protect the planets from incoming asteroids. Now I learned this the hard way. You want to make sure that you're answering with the term and not the definition, because with some of these, with the longer definitions, they're having to type in a whole sentence, and that makes it really hard. Okay, so make sure they're typing in the term, and then you get started, and you'll see that it's coming down here, and then I have to type in the correct answer for it to go away. Now if I pretend I don't know this and I type in shy, notice nothing happens, and maybe I try it again, still doesn't work. Once it hits the ground, I'll show you what happens here. It's going to prompt me to fix my answer here. Okay, so it said the prompt was upset or nervous. I was supposed to type in flustered. So for me to continue, I need to type in the correct answer, and then it'll keep us going. Okay, it'll keep track of the score and the level. So I know that students really enjoy playing that game. Okay, so that's just a brief overview of the different features that you could do once you have your Quizlet created, all those vocabulary definitions and terms. It's just a really fun way for kids to practice using the technology that you have in your classroom.